nothing? Now, this is what I love. There's this man by the name of Haman. He hates the Jews. And he comes in, and the king says, Haman, what should be done to the person whom the king delights to honor? And Haman goes, oh, who would the king delight to honor more than me? And so he goes on this crazy rampage of, you got to put on your robe, and you let him be driven in a chariot, saying, this is done for the man whom the king delights to honor, because this is what he wants. And so the king says, hey, what a great idea. Why don't you do that to Mordecai? Because I want to honor him. I think it's so important that what he did, the honoring, what kind of in secret, he kind of did it where I don't want to be known, but yet what God says, you're doing it to me. And I think it's so important. There's another point where in 1 Kings 17, remember when Elijah goes and he's ministered to, and after he gets fed by the brook Cherith, he gets moved on to this widow. And this widow who takes care of him for years has no name. She takes care of the prophet, and she's called the widow. Really? I have a name. Not in Scripture. It's about what? Obscurity. You don't need to have the name. You don't have to have the identity. Not everyone has to know that you're the one who did this. You're the one who accomplished this. Because what? I love what Paul teaches. We can do nothing outside of the grace of God. And that's what we have for our power. That's what we have for our recognition. And so when it comes to this, it's just so important to see here that woman, that widow, she takes care of Elijah, has no name. And then in 2 Kings chapter 5, remember what happens? Elijah, when he goes to, when they send Naaman to him who heals him, he does what? He sends a messenger. He's like, I don't need to be the one to go. I'm not going to be the one to heal. Don't look to me. Look to God. So I'm going to send you a messenger. He's going to tell you to dunk in the Jordan 7 times. That's the healing you need. Is God is going to heal you through his means. And it may not be the way that you want, the way that you thought, because you think, I deserve more than this. And what happened is Naaman was furious because he thought, surely he would have came out himself, waved his hands all over the place, called on the name of his God, and then he would have healed me because I deserve something special. I don't deserve a servant coming and saying, just go into obscurity, dunk in this dirty river. And amazingly, he does what? He doesn't seek to be known. He doesn't seek to have rewards. He's not seeking anything that.